Okay, and I'm back on. Battery died, so switched out to another battery. Okay, so it turned out what it was, I had the wrong end. I was using the end that goes to the circuit board instead of the end that goes to the motor. So I got that plugged in. So, let's take a look here. It says connect wires for X-axis motor. It shows a picture of right down here by this part, right here is being the one for the X-axis. You know what, let's take it and move it like so maybe everybody can see it. I plan on shortening up some wires later on, but for now we're just going to go ahead and get this thing put together. So there's a groove right here, and then this side is completely smooth. The groove should go toward this piece. Well, I say it should, but it didn't. Let's go the other way. Well, maybe that's the way it's supposed to go. I thought it was. Nah, something ain't right there. Oh, because I'm on the wrong side. That explains a whole lot. Okay, so let's go on this side. Okay, so we have that one in the correct spot because it shows it directly across from here. So that's X-axis. Next one is going to be the Y-axis. That's going to be this motor right here. So we're going to take our other cable. Once again, it only goes in one direction. I'm sliding the sleeve toward the motor because, like I said, eventually I plan on shortening these wires, but I would rather the protection be down there than up here, because up here eventually, like I said, I'll shorten them, and I'm planning on putting a cover over all this. Okay, so the next one up is going to be for the Y-axis. That's in place. Now it says connect the extruder motors. So, let's take a look what we've got here for the extruder motors. Okay, we have a zip tie on there that we need to take off. Be very careful not to cut any wires. And I'm reasonably sure that we're going to take it up and over. I'll have to double check on photos and everything. Once again, we'll slide that down that way. Now what's funny is it's showing a jumper. It's showing in the photo, it shows a connector here instead of just being connected there, which makes no sense. We have that, and now here's a one that's going to be a jumper there. I can understand that one, but this one's just going to go straight to the board. Let's see. Okay, I believe that. Let's take another look here. I'm missing something. What am I missing? For Y-axis goes there. Connect wires for the Z. Okay, we're going to go to the Z motors now. Okay, fair enough. I thought an extruder, but maybe. Oh, I see. Because I looked at the bottom of the page instead of at the very, very top where my paperclip was. Okay, so we're going to take this wire, run it underneath. Eventually I'll get this all cleaned up where it looks right. Okay, so we have the two harnesses for our, what are they called again? A Z-axis, which is the up and down. Now it shows those two wires going to the same spot on the board. Okay, so this is where I'm guessing we're going to have another wiring harness. Let's see. So this number 50, and what's funny is it does, yeah, here we go, it's right here. Use number 50 wire. So it's going to be this wire. Okay, so that's going to fit into that one. And from what I can tell, the wires are all the same color. So we will plug one in there, because both these motors will go up exactly the same time and go down exactly the same time. Yeah, I'm going to have a lot of wire to cut off. I am not going to take and have this much wire dangling around. Okay, so we have all those. Pull out these end stop wires. Okay. Next page. Connect heating wires. Loose the ends, loosed, L-O-O-S-E-D. Okay. The end screws in the blue terminal and put red wires in. Huh? I'm missing something here. Hang on. Okay, extruder motor. So the extruder motor first goes into this top one right here. That's going to be for the extruder. Once again, I'll check the pictures out, see how it's supposed to go. I don't know if it goes over or if it comes underneath, but I'll get that figured out. Okay. Loose the screws in the blue terminal and put the red wires into the slot and screw it up. Okay. There's no positive or negative polarity for heating wires. Okay, so this is going to be our heater right here. Once again, be sure not to cut these wires. Just cut the zip tie. As long as these wires are, there's got to be a way they want it ran. Okay, I gotta go grab a tool real quick. So this would be a good chance for me to just kind of pause it for a moment. And it'll also give me a chance to figure out what in the world am I doing here. Okay, I'll be with you right in just a moment. Okay, and I'm back. Okay, so I am wrong about this. It is going to go, pull that out. It's going to go underneath, above the upper rod, through, and then down. Okay, and then the extruder wire, the heater wires, they have them routed across underneath. I don't think that needs to be. I think we just need to take and make sure. Let me make sure I'm not messing anything up here. We need to make sure that they come up. And I would say come back through. I know that there's going to be a loom that goes around it. But we want to make sure that that comes up in a way where it's not going to interfere with anything. Now see, it's got it coming out this way. In the pictures it has it coming over that way, which actually makes more sense just looking at it. So let's take these. I don't want to mess anything up. Let's see if I got something here with a picture on it. It definitely has the wires going that way. I should have, well, before I mounted this, I should have just folded everything the opposite direction. Thing is, I don't know if I can now or not without messing things up. So we're going to take them. That's just not going to look right. Okay, let me pull the extruder for a moment. If I can find my right wrench here. And that's apparently the smaller one. Well, no, that's the one I used earlier, wasn't it? Guess not. I must have used this. Yep. Okay, so we're going to pull that. I don't want to mess with the thermistor for sure. Okay, so what I want to do is just have all these wires just politely come this way. Yeah, that works. Okay. Come on, baby. There we go. Okay, so my main concern was to make sure that the wires were up so they're not interfering with the print nozzle. And now, with that like that, I can bring the wires over this direction, try to straighten them out the best I can, and then I can bring them down along beside the extruder motor wires. I know that one's going to be going in somewhere here in a moment. Okay. Okay, so we got all those wires now there. See, on the picture it shows the wires coming from up high coming down to the extruder. I'm guessing I probably have the extruder higher than what's supposed to be. I'm not really for sure, so maybe it just doesn't go up that high, which will be just fine. Okay, so we have the wires run over this direction, and let's see, have that connected. Now it says connect heating wires, which are going to be, there's 4 wires coming from that direction. We have one that's on a wiring harness here. Then we have these, which are going to be the type we screw in. So it says loosen the screws, well, loose the screws, the blue terminal, and put the red wires into the slot and screw it up. There's no positive or negative polarity for heating wires. Connect heating wires for heat bed. Okay, so for the extruder, let's see. Yeah, that's in order. That's the weird part. Connect heating wires. So there's one, connect the heating wires for the heat bed. And this is connect wires for extruder. I thought that's what we were... I guess the first ones are going to be for the heat bed. So let's take these two big thick wires right here. That's going to be for the heat bed. According to this, it goes into this over here. So I'm just going to take my wire strippers and strip off about yay much. Give it a little bit of a twist. Give it a little bit of a twist. Now we need a screwdriver tip. So we're going to loosen that one. Going to loosen that's not loosening up so good. Let me see if there's a smaller tip I can use. Yep. Much better. I hate spaghetti. Okay, so let's take these wires here. It says it doesn't matter which one's which might be true, I don't know. I'm going to place one behind the lug. And here, let me just turn it over so you can see what I'm doing. Okay. So I have this wire here. Got it twisted together. Make sure this is completely loosened. Place it inside that place. Tighten it down. You want to make sure there's no bare wires sticking out to the next prong, which is not in this case. If there are, you want to redo it because you don't want it shorting out. Once again, twist your wires, make sure they're all tight together. Sometimes just give a little twisting motion to get up in there. It's now in place. Okay. Yeah. That's what happens when I go and shift positions on things. Okay. So we have the heat bed connected. Now this right here is for the thermometer for the heat bed. So we haven't got to that point yet. Now it says to connect the heating wires for the extruder. They go into this one right here. So we're going to loosen that up. Loosen that up. We have one here that's got a wiring harness. We're not going to worry about that one. We're going to worry about the ones that are just bare wires at the end. Take and strip off about yay much. Oh. Ah, that's a good one there. Wow, that insulation's good. So let's just try to trim it up a little bit here. These wires here are made for being around heat, so they have a different kind of an insulation on them. Okay, so we got that wire bare. Let's go ahead, run it in, make sure I'm not getting something completely messed up here. Get the spaghetti out of the way. So we're going to put that one in there. Nope. I just got to make sure I don't get any wires sticking out. And it's hard to see with that insulation wanting to fuzz out. Yeah, it's just insulation. Okay, so we have that one in. Tighten it up. Okay, now we're going to take the other one. Maybe I'll just try to do it the old-fashioned way here. It's not doing any better. So, good enough. Okay, got that stripped down pretty good. Put it into the hole. Yeah. There we go. Tighten it up. And it's all set. Okay, so both wires are set. It says connect wires for in-stop. It's showing there is no positive negative polarity. Connect wires for x-axis. So we had y, x. So we need the in-stop, which right now is going to be the blue wires. This has got to get cleaned up. I will go through and shorten all these wires up because this is not going to work. Okay, for x-axis, it goes closest to this piece here. And it says they don't care which way you go with it. So we're going to plug that onto one prong. I'll plug this one on the other prong. That was one sorry wiring harness, to be honest with you, but it's on there. Okay. Next it says, okay, that's the thing, right? Hang on, I'm messing up again, I think. Yep, I am messing up. I keep reading the... Let me squeeze this down. Forget what I did there. Forget it. Don't do it. Okay. Connect wires for thermistor heat bed. That's going to be these wires. This makes more sense. That one goes there. Next, connect wires for thermistor for extruder. That's going to be this harness. Goodness. You know what? No. Let's take another look here. Heat bed. Sorry about that. Heat bed goes on this one. Thermistor for the extruder goes in that one. Yes. Okay. Number 4, connect wires for in-stop.